I'd like to start with Mr. Alexei Navalny. Please, Mr. Navalny, floor is yours.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, and thank you very much for having me here. It's an honor for me to be part of this important conversation about new strategy of communication with Russia. And I want to start, of course, with the words of appreciation and just thank you very much to members of European Parliament for the support they give to me and my family during these some events recently happened with me, and it was very important, not just for me, but for all Russian people, because as absolutely correctly said Mr. Chairman, I'm definitely not the first one, and unfortunately I will not be the last one who poisoned or killed or treated in this way. And it is extremely important for Russian people to know that Europe in whole and the European Parliament will not keep silent on such an events. As far as I understand, now in the European Parliament, it's a big and very important discussion about new strategy, how discussing the ways with communication with Russia, and I think it is time to develop a new strategy, not just correct the old one, but really develop a new one, because we knew kind of new type of Russian government, a new type of Russian state, actually, an absolutely new one, compare what we have even 2 years ago. And I would say that basic of a new approach should be very clear dividing two things: Russian people who must be welcomed and treated very warmly from European Union, from my perspective, and Russian state, must be treated like a bunch of criminals who are temporarily took over the power. And maybe it sounds radical, but well, especially from my personal point of view, I think it's a very fine defining of what they are. They are a bunch of criminals temporarily took over the power in our country. And let me be more specific about things I think should be applied from European Union. The issue of sanctions, discussing all the time, and issue of forthcoming election discussion all the time. So I'm focusing on these two things. And yes, it's true. I would say that forthcoming election in the State Duma is absolutely crucial event, and the key moment of it, not even fabrication and falsification. We're definitely waiting for it. It's a kind of inevitable part of all Russian election. But now, which is more important, it's the right to participate. Now on the panel with us, sitting two my friends, Vladimir Milov, Ilya Yashin, who was not just kicked out from the recent election to the Moscow mayor, Moscow City Duma. They were imprisoned for their attempt to participate. So I would say, and I ask European Parliament and every European politician to treat Russian forthcoming election in the very simple way. If everyone allowed to participate, we can discuss it further. But if some people not allowed to participate, the results of such election will never be recognized. From my perspective, this is the point number one for any discussion with any Russian officials on all levels. The second thing I want to focus is the issue of sanctions, because it's discussion all the time. And so far, I would say that the main approach of the European Parliament, of European country, is to sanction people who are technically do some bad things. For example, on my issue, some people who are literally responsible for poisoning or made some orders, they are sanctioning. So, but I would say that there is no sense to sanction colonels or generals or some people who are definitely not travel a lot all over the world and definitely don't have a lot of estate or bank accounts in Europe. the main question we should ask ourselves, why these people poisoning, killing, and fabricating election? And the answer is very, very simple: money. So European Union should target the money, and Russian oligarchs, not just old oligarchs, but also new ones, like this circle of Mr. Putin. They must be real targets of sanction. And let me say it's very straight. Until the most expensive yacht of Mr. Usmanov standing in Barcelona or in Monaco, no one in Russia or in Kremlin even, they not treat European sanction seriously. They just think that they are playing European Union because they are afraid of apply real sanction against real money. So that have to be a focus. And believe me, that type of sanction would be absolutely welcome among 99% of population. So this sanction, they have to be very popular inside of Russia, and they will be. Just target Russian oligarchs. Just tell Mr. Usmanov, Mr. Abramovich, Mr. Rottenberg, and etc., guys, you are acting against Russian people. You are acting against Europe. You are all the time advocating that Europe is something very bad. So please, take your yachts and get them somewhere to the nice harbors of Belarus Republic, something like this. And this one is this approach will be very effective and very welcome again from the Russian people. Last thing I want to mention very shortly, it's the issue of European Court of Human Rights. This is another very fine and very easy way to help Russian people, actually, because now at this moment we have a big, huge pack of decision of European court who are absolutely ignoring from Russian state. And there is no question of the, freezing assets or kind of political decisions. This is very simple. If, for example, particular officials or particular judges, they are not following decision of European court, which is formally also recognized by Russia. It's a nice way just to have reasons why not to give them opportunity to go to Europe, travel all over the world, etc., etc. This is a very, very easy and very effective approach to this issue. And I can see that my time is over, and I will be happy to answer more questions. Thank you very much for your attention.